How's everyone doing? All right, let's get into this bad boy again. We're going to continue. We started this a couple days ago, and I was actually supposed to continue streaming it yesterday, but huge problems. I don't know what they were, but I lost a lot of my elements for my overlays. Everything seemed to kind of got reset. I don't know what happened, but we're here today. So let's continue down memory lane. This is the Atari 50th anniversary celebration. It's a collection for Switch. This bad boy right here. So far, we've gone through the arcade stuff, most of it, and most of the 2600 stuff. I'm completely blown away by this. I think it's an incredibly impressive collection. But let's start off the stream. There's some great informative videos here. You guys can also see that there's a ton, just a ton of history. I love the history parts. Now, the games are obviously the bread and butter of everything, correct? But the history stuff is great. Case in point here. So we can scroll through and just see all the different milestones from the early, basically the early versions of Atari, and them getting started with Nolan Bushnell. Just a lot of really great info here. We watched the Do They Do Drugs at Atari video already on the last stream. And where were we here? Birth of the Console. I think that's what I wanted to check out to start the stream here. Let's do that here. From the arcade to the home. This is what I started streaming yesterday. And then my internet and everything kind of took a crap. And oh my god, look at all these amazing people in the chat. Jacques, Scott, what is going on, my friends? How are you? You guys can see in the bottom left, right below me here, Brandon R., who is one of our newest channel members, has now become a boss. So we have to take him down. You do that through super chats, of course, and subs. Hopefully we get some subs this stream to take him down. I don't know, because it's fun. Brandon, welcome. Another recent channel member, Chris. So Chris, thank you very much for joining. I have so many amazing channel members. Before we start this video, I just want to thank everybody. Willie Lowe, Jacques, Zach, Chad, Pendragon Designs, Nathan, Romlin, of course, Chantel, Scott, Brendan, and Chris. You guys are amazing. And I couldn't do this without you. So let's start. Let's sit back, get a cup of coffee, get a beer, whatever you like. And let's watch this awesome video from arcade to home. And then we'll continue going down the games list.
The entire reason that Atari created
David Crane,
the Atari
legend.
2600 home console was to put their arcade hits into the home. If we can sell home versions of our arcade hit games into the home,
Jacques,
we can sell
love you, buddy.
millions of them instead
Too
of
kind.
just take quarters from the
Scott,
thousands of
love you,
people
buddy.
who go to arcades. And so the hardware was
You
designed
guys are just awesome.
to make it possible to play Tank and Pong. That's about all that they did in the hardware.
So the distinction is this. CoinUp gets to use more expensive hardware. They get to use tons and tons of hardware, and they get to refresh their hardware all the time.
I had played an Outlaw-like game in the arcade. I think it was Midway.
Outlaw is such a great game.
And you know, I was just told to make a game, so I said, well, here's an idea, two guys shooting at each other. And so I made that game. My goal is to try to make it like the arcade game, so I could look at the arcade game and say, this is what it has to do. So there really wasn't any need for me to have communication with the arcade guys. I'm particularly proud of the Atari 2600 Canyon Bomber because
This is so great
also
that these
has
kind of
the
videos
Atari
are actually
arcade
on
game depth
this
charge
game
in it.
pack.
So it turns out that in a 2K byte Atari 2600 cartridge, I simulated both Canyon Bomber and Depth Charge, which were probably $3,000 arcade game hardware.
When I was young, when I was little, I remember there was this drugstore, and in their comic book rack, they had these abridged versions of great literature. You'd read it, and it was the whole story of Treasure Island. War and Peace, a comic book. But that whole notion of an abridged version, that is what was going to happen.
When I did Donkey Kong, I had, not surprisingly,
You're
absolutely
struggling
no
with yesterday with
contact
the fiber. Is
Nintendo.
that's your internet?
Coleco
You get a
was able
load
to get me a
of
machine.
shedding where we are. They're trying
So
to
I had a
power off for
machine,
2 hours a day.
That I could
What?
play and look at, and I had already played the game. And like David said, with Canyon Bomber, the game is the spec. Frankly, the hardware is so different in its capabilities that I can't think of any value I would have had getting in touch with anybody at Nintendo. It's like talking to the guy who created the Porsche Carrera about making a bicycle. I mean, it's like, there's not a lot there. Not a lot you're going to tell me. Here's this masterpiece and do it on this toaster, you know. And I was young enough and stupid enough to not be intimidated. And I wasn't, because I was just a kid. I was like,
Did you guys ever play Mario Brothers on the 2600? Original Mario Brothers? Scott and Jacques, both you guys, yeah, one of the perks being a member, of course, is to play games live. If you guys would like to join me at any time, you have to reach out. Because the members are growing so fast and it's just amazing, it will be impossible to schedule everybody. So I might just have to put a blanket time and say, okay, this is the time we can do it at. But if you guys want to do that, I would love to play a game with you. Or if you want to do the members only chat, we can do that anytime as well. Again, getting everybody with the time differences and scheduling is going to be difficult. So what I suggest to you guys, reach out to me privately on social media, on Facebook or Instagram. Okay? And we can coordinate a time for each month to do that. I think that's probably the easiest way. But no, I would love to do 2 players with this. Okay. We did the 2600. We ended with Yara's Revenge. We're going to go to the Atari 5200. This is a system that I never had the 5200. I still to this day don't have the 5200. But let's check it out. We're going to go down the list here. This is Bounty Bob Strikes Back. The year is 1985. Bounty Bob's gameplay: climbing ladders and leaping between ledges and avoiding eliminating mutant enemies. Built on the success of its forebear, Miner to 2049. Oh my god, we played that. Remember that one? Both games would prove influential to developers of future platform games. Okay, well, let's do it. Big Five Software. Jacques, absolutely. Sure, man. Yep. Again, we'll have a conversation about that through on social media. But I think, yeah, Christmas holidays for everybody is going to be probably a little bit easier. Oh my god. Welcome to the Atari 5200, ladies and gentlemen. I picked up a gun, but I can't shoot it. What do I... Look at this. How do I... Oh god. Help me! Well, what do you do? That's funny, I recently deleted my Twitter. I found, I'm not the biggest fan of Facebook because it doesn't reach a lot of people. Instagram is a lot easier for that. Twitter, I never used. I never liked the format of Twitter. This game sucks. I never liked the format of Twitter, and I was never good at hashtags. I'm still not good at hashtags and all that kind of crap. Okay, I figured out how to go through the door. Now I'm up top! Oh my god. This is brutal. Game over, player one. Let's give it another go. TJC, what is going on, my friend? Good evening. Welcome to the stream. We're continuing the Atari Sweet Ride. We are at the 5200. A system I never really played much of. I don't have a lot of experience with it. Am I supposed to be covering all this terrain? What is going on? This is insane. Jeff, my friend, how are you? Yeah, it's hard, but it doesn't really. We're so used to games holding our hands, right? And these games don't. They just throw you in. Of course, there's instruction books that came with these, but like, what was that? Oh boy. No, that's cool, Jacques. We've connected on Facebook. Yeah, however you guys can get a hold of me, do that. We'll have a conversation, and we will schedule streams 100%, because that's one of the things that I look forward to doing, is playing games with you guys. But not this game. Please don't pick Bob's Bounty Strikes Back. Bob, you're out of here. Millipede. Let's see if Millipede's a little bit different. I'm sure it's graphically more impressive than the 2600. Let's find out. Okay, can we go? We're allowed to go? Can I play? Can I play? Here we go. Figured it out. Might have to shrink my portrait, because a good portion of the screen is blocked out here. Oh, jeez. Reflexes of a slug. Hey, it's Sunday morning. What do you want? This is, it's pretty tight controls. I suck at Millipede. Oh my god. Player 2. Did I press player 2 by mistake? Or 2 players? I'm going to stand by what I said earlier. I've never been a huge fan of Centipede or Millipede. A lot of these shooters on the various Atari consoles, including the arcade. I like Space Invaders. I like Galaga and Galaxian. I was never a fan of this one. Probably because I'm so bad at it. Yeah. Okay, hold on a sec. There, just gotta shrink me a little bit so I can see more of the screen. Okay, I'm getting out of this one. Dale, my man. Welcome to the stream. Missile Command on the 5200. We'll do this one real quick. As you guys know, I'm super, super excited to get to the Lynx and the Jaguar stuff. Wow, I'm really good at this. No, don't. This is interesting to have on the collection as far as history goes, but this collection has the arcade version of Missile Command, so I mean, unless you have a childhood memory or something of the 5200, I don't know why anyone would play this or the 2600 one over the arcade one. Look at that. They just nuked me. Okay, well, I'm not playing that one again. Screw that. Star Raiders. I think we've already briefly discussed Star Raiders. Wow, there's not a lot for the 5200 on here. This is like a space exploration. I guess it's a first-person space shooter. In the same vein as Wing Commander, if you guys ever played Wing Commander. Oh boy, we're rocking now. Look at this. I feel like I'm actually there. Yeah, Galaxy and Galaga were great. I was not particularly good at either of them, but I loved them for sure. Dale, you don't want to do the math. Do you guys remember the slogan for the Jag? Dale just said it there. Do the math. Because it was quote-unquote 64-bit processor, which it wasn't really. Okay, well, we don't have all day to get into this one. Super Breakout, that seems more my speed. There's a little bit of a difference with graphics here between this and the 2600, but honestly, I don't really see a huge diff. Who doesn't love Breakout? A great Foo Fighters song and a great game. Simple. This is like Pong 2000. Difficult without the actual paddles. Using the analog stick here is, I guess you just got to get used to it, right? It's a little trickier. Oh, we're really rocking now. Why does my voice always go high whenever I lose a guy? Are you guys able to contain your excitement with this incredible game? You can be honest. You're on the edge of your seat. Because it's Super Breakout. I got a real good pattern going. Look at this. I'm going to beat the game. Oh, crap. Rampage is awesome. I remember always wanting a home version of that. And then it finally came out on the NES. And I was in heaven. It's nail biting. Dominique, what's going on? Oh, this is the most excitement you're going to see all day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Super Breakout. Played by the world champion Super Breakout player. Not so much. Okay, here we go. The graphics are pretty nice on this. Definitely much better than the 2600. The sound effects, a little better, but still, you know, gonna give you a brain hemorrhage. Listen to that noise. What is that? Oh my. Let's do that again. Jacques, by the way, I looked up, what am I doing? I looked up Streets of Rage, and Streets of Rage 2 is on the Switch. So the Genesis version, but not 1. I'm assuming because they want to sell that feature later. So yeah, 2's on there. 2 any good? I think 3 had the kangaroo, right? Like, listen to these friggin' sound effects. I'm sorry if I'm ruining your TV speakers, my friends. Oh my goodness. There should be a warning on this box, a sound warning. When they have like seizure warnings for visuals, they need to have some kind of warning for the sound in these games. Just what you want on a Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning here. Sorry for anyone who's hungover or has had a late night. You get this awful sounds. Pew 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 pew. This is literally the origin of the pew pew noise right here. I can't take my eyes off the blazing action. Alright, see, I got the hang of it now. I'm gonna beat this. Pew 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 pew. TK, what's going on, my man? Good morning, my friend. How are you? For stopping by and checking out. Sorry about your ears, guys. Again, I apologize. But hey, that is Atari. It's Atari for you. It's all part of the charm. You guys are playing your God of War and your new Pokemon. Psst. Yeah, right. 5200 Atari is where it is. Look at this. I'm just like a master at it now. The key is just to stand still watching the dino. Just stand still. I figured out the secrets. I'm really cooking now. I haven't moved once. I used to do this, I remember, a long time ago. And everyone's like, no, man, you gotta move. I had to move there. I wasn't quite quick enough. But look at that. When I move, I'm out of control. I can't get... Oh, I can't do it. Slowest reflexes of all time with asteroids. Can we break 2,000? You guys see the boss counter in the left corner there? That's Brandon R., one of our newest members, and he has become a boss. He has to be taken down. So we can do that with subs, super chats, pretty much anything to do interacting with the channel. We can take him down. Brandon, I love you, buddy, but you're now a boss character for some reason. I also couldn't figure out how to change your portrait from a space shuttle. I don't know what that's all about, but... Yeah. You guys had enough asteroids. That was alright. That was okay. Basketball. Okay, now we're talking. Here's a game I've never tried. This is probably along the same lines as Bill Lambier's Combat Basketball for the Super Nintendo. Remember that one? No, neither do I. Jacques, you love the sound effects? Reminds you of your dad. Aw, dude. Well, that's great. I'm glad I can jog some good memories for you. That's crazy, right? Sound effects or any visuals or anything just brings you right back. For me, yeah, music. I was watching actually a Zelda video this morning on YouTube, just like a top 10 Zelda games or whatever. And Breath of the Wild, I haven't played in a long time, and Breath of the Wild was number 1 on this list. And just the music in that brought me back, right back to 2017. I can visualize myself where I was, playing that on the Wii U, the house I was in at the time. It's amazing. Dude, you're not bringing down the mood at all. It's real talk. I always encourage real talk. Listen to this music. Scott's playing Dead Space 2. Fantastic series. That they need to make a new one. I want a new Dead Space. Shout out to Trevor Timmis? Timmis? A recent subscriber. Appreciate the sub, my friend. Does Atari have Sky Destroyer? I'm not sure. Who should we be? Look at all these 80s names. Vinny, Buster, Slash, Bruiser, Biff, and Simon. First one in chat to say a name, that's who I'm going to choose here. You guys let me know who you want me to be. I already know the one I want to pick, but I want to hear what you guys... I don't even know if there's a difference. There's a Dead Space remake coming out. I heard that as well. And I just heard, actually, I'm probably late to the game. Slash, okay. I'm probably late to the game, but I heard that the Resident Evil 4 remake is early next year, which is awesome. Oh, Jacques, he just beat you. Listen to these effects. Whoa. What team? So we're pink? NBA Jam, this is not. Okay, here we go. I'm going for the shot. No, I'm going for the... giving it to the other guy. Look, I'm like... Come on, just... Oh, there we go. I thought this was combat basketball. Where's my bat? Look at this hot dog. That's the computer guy. So I'm the guys in the purple. I have the white hair, And I can't even, like, this guy's a hot dog. He won't even, time is up. Okay, that sucked. That really sucked. Jeff, you started playing Breath of the Wild again because of your Majora's Mask stream. Oh, sweet, dude. Yeah, not a fan of that one. Sports games have definitely evolved over the years. Centipede, we're not going to go through that. I think we kind of got the idea of that. Yeah, I'm enjoying going through my favorite Zelda game, which is by far Majora's Mask. And I do that every Thursday. We just conquered the Stone Tower Temple last Thursday, which is the hardest temple. One of the hardest temples in all of Zelda. Definitely for that game. We got the Great Fairy Sword. Yes. Dark Chambers released 1989. Dark Chambers began as an Atari computer game called Dandy, programmed by John Palevich. Atari later modified Dandy into Dark Chambers, which helped to lay the groundwork for action RPG games in the 1990s. Wow, I'm definitely intrigued. Heard of this one? I've never played it. Let's do it. Dark Chamber. There's some. Turn your TVs down, guys. Woo. Okay, stop. Entering level A. Okay, so the first thing that comes to mind is Gauntlet. This looks like Gauntlet for sure. Okay, Scott, I think we talked about Fable before. Is it Peter Molyneux? I hope I remember that correctly, or that's the right guy that made Fable. I think that's who it is. Didn't he, like, stop making games or something like that? I remember after Fable 3 came out, he just kept promising all this stuff that wasn't in the actual finished game. I remember it annoyed a lot of people, including myself. And then he boasted, remember when Fable 1 was going to come out, he said, he said that, oh, this is going to be the best RPG ever made. Like, who says that about their games? This is very much similar to Gauntlet, except they don't have the speed. The speed shots. I love Gauntlet, though. I did love in Fable how your actions physically transformed your character's appearance. I did an evil one. Look at this, I can't even... Yeah, no, give me that sword. Give me that shield. Oh my goodness, look at this. I'm pretty impressed, actually, for the technology at the time, how many enemies are on the screen. For the 5200, I think that's pretty good. It is Peter. Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, Jeff, don't. That gets me so excited, man. Like a Nintendo 50th collection. The problem is, hang on, this is nothing against Atari. I love Atari, okay? So take it with a grain of salt. But the problem is, I don't think you'll ever see a collection like that from Nintendo, because they have stuff like the online shop where you pay X amount each month to play their games, right? They're going to make way more money doing that than they are by selling a Switch cartridge. Although I would love to see a physical version of that. But I don't think that we will, but it's a really great idea. I would love to see another Zelda collector's disc. Like the one we got Christmas 2003. Majora's Mask, Ocarina, the first Zelda, and Adventures of Link. I would love to see that again. Is that the key that I just got? This game's actually pretty cool. I like my Robin Hood looking character. Okay, so Microsoft still has the rights for Fable. Okay. Well, there's hope then. There's definitely hope then. I've spoke about this before as well on past streams. It's, they took the morality system out of Fallout, which I think was a huge mistake, because you guys love Fallout 4, clearly. I mean, we talk about Fallout a lot on the channel. And that was one thing I didn't like that they did. I'm going to just get out of this one here, just because I'm not concentrating. I'm going in circles. I didn't like how they took the morality system out of Fallout, because that was such a great feature. A feature that I loved in Fable, right? I just remember playing the first Fable and trying to do as many bad things as I could, just to see how dark and crazy I could get my character. You guys fans of Tenacious D? If you've seen the Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny, Dave Grohl plays the devil in it, and when your character is really evil in Fable, he kind of looks like that. So that was kind of my goal at the time. Yeah, yeah, Jeff. Peter, he kind of had a big mouth, right? That was a problem. We got Fatal Run. I didn't read the overview. I apologize. I'm chatting with fine people. Let's try Fatal Run. Am I playing? Oh, this baby's fast. No wonder it's called Fatal Run. Look how fast I'm going. Okay, I had one missile, and I don't think I have a missile anymore. Oh my god. Neil, what's up, my man? Jacques, we will see you in a bit. You better be back. I'm kidding. Got berserk on that thing. I didn't see it under the 2600, Neil. I'm sorry, man. There's a lot of stuff on here. Like, we're gonna get to the Jaguar in this stream, but like Alien versus Predator, you're not gonna see on here either, right? Because Wolfenstein, Doom, none of that stuff. This was basically games that were headed by Atari. Like, we're going in like a straight line here. I do appreciate if we look in the background there, we see the way the road is gonna curve. It looks like, which is kind of cool. This game is not too exciting. I love Pick of Destiny too, dude. I got a Halo shield here. That guy bit it. I don't even know what I did. Oh, there we go. Oh boy. See what happens when they throw a curve? What is kick line, Dominique? What is that? Okay. I get the idea. That was not bad. Fatal Run, that was 1990. Oh, we're into 7800. My apologies. My apologies. When did we get out of... Oh, geez, we left 5200 back a while back. Okay. So this is all 7800 again. My apologies. Ninja Golf. Oh, boy. Are you guys ready for some Ninja Golf? What the heck is Ninja Golf? The 7800 console would be discontinued a year after Ninja Golf's release. So its rarity, along with the unusual gameplay mix promised by the title, martial arts, fighting, and golf, would help this quirky game achieve cult status. I want the poster for the artwork. Look how amazing that looks. A little loud. 1990. Okay. Here we go. Ninja Golf. Here we go. Ninja Golf. Here we go, Ninja Golf. Is the game froze? It's not the stream. Ninja Golf. What's going on? No wonder the game didn't sell so well. It's just a black screen. Alright, Ninja Golf. Well, you didn't really seem to want to work. Or I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, let's keep going here. That's... Yeah, Scott, for sure. Scrapyard Dog, 1991. Wow, why do I not remember a lot of this 7800 stuff? Probably because it was, you know, overshadowed by Nintendo, Sega, TurboGrafx 16. Atari's entry into the popular platformer genre wasn't content to just let players walk to the right and hop around various minigames, secret shops, power-ups, and hidden warps, both within and between levels, were designed to appeal to players and enjoy exploration. Okay, I've never played this one either. I tried blowing on the cartridge. No, with the Switch games, aren't you supposed to put it in your mouth? Remember everyone was doing that when the Switch came out? They were tasting the game. So weird. Okay, here we go. Jump. Look at all the items on the top there. What does all this mean? Oh, I got hit. Press P. What is this? What is happening? What is happening? I can write a song here if you guys want. When the Switch launched in 2017, there was a bunch of YouTube videos. It went viral. It was like people tasting Switch cards. I don't know why. Because that's what people do. Remember when all the idiots were eating Tide Pods and all that crap? That was like a thing. Remember? People were eating Tide Pods. Surprise, surprise, they were getting sick. Well, why do you think that is? Oh, do I have a weapon? I do. Oh, is that a can? I like the way this character looks. Oh god. I don't have any more cans. What? Okay. Romlin, my friend, how are you? Good to see you, dude. We're talking about scheduling live streams, man. Hit me up on social media, Facebook or Instagram, and we can schedule something with all you wonderful channel members. That would be great. Yeah, I never heard of it either. I don't want to play it anymore. I like the art. I was okay. It was okay. I mean, why would you ever play that when you can play Sonic or Mario? I don't know, but I mean, is this mascot going to be in Atari Carts? Atari Carts is coming up for Jaguar, and for those of you who don't know what Atari Carts is, oh boy, are you in for a treat. Woo. Basketball, we played it all. Are we? Guys, we're on the Atari Lynx. Woo. The Atari Lynx, the handheld system that took 6,000 D batteries. '92, an aggressive slapstick take on Street Hoops, was the only basketball game released for the Lynx. Basketball blends traditional basketball with elements of fighting games. Not only can players punch their opponents, but the referee throws knives during play. This reminds me of maybe Mutant League Football for the Jaguar, if you guys are familiar with that one. Look at this. So we got the really grainy pixels of the Atari Lynx. Oh, we got some recurring characters. Slash is back. That's who I was in the 5200 version of this game. We got Bubba, Simon, Slash, Biff's back, Slam, Vinny. Vinny was the guy on my team, and he wouldn't throw the ball to me last time. Dude. I'm gonna be Dude. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Which one do I own? The blonde guy. Oops. There's quite a delay here between when you hit the button. Okay, here we go. I'm going in, guys. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. A sports guy, I am not. Can you tell? Give me that. Wow, the frame rate is brutal on this game. I mean, I know it's a portable, but still. Wow, how do you... Who's got the ball? The screen doesn't even go with the guy who has the ball. Okay, this is pretty bad. All right, breakaway. No, I lost it. Go, go, go. Man, you can't even... They're on you, like, right away. Look at this guy's on me. Like, I can't even get the ball. I'm going to get that knife, and you're going to be in big trouble, mister. Oops. What? That was in. Oh, can we just stick the guy? Oh, my God. Look at that. I just killed him. Is he dead? Everyone's dead. I can just score now. And I still can't get it in the hoop. Look, watch, look. Oh, no, he's revenge. He's extracted his revenge on me. Oh, you're dead, buddy. The dude is going to get his revenge. Look at this. My eyes. I got to blink. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay. This is the prequel to Shaq Fu. Yeah. Shaq Fu is much better than this. This plays terribly. Okay. Well, that was our first... Is that our first Lynx game? Yeah. Let's check out Malibu Bikini Volleyball, 1993. An early project of the Atari-focused handmade software development studio, Malibu Bikini Volleyball's beach sports action was also allowed, players to switch the musical soundtrack at any time. Unusual for the time. Look at that title screen. Woo! It's not too easy on the eyes. So the Lynx was going directly against the Game Gear and the Nintendo Game Boy. Oh my goodness. Look at them graphics. Malibu Bikini Volleyball. Rated M for mature. Paused. Okay. Like the screens kind of look like crafts because the pixels are so big. How are you?
Cool.
Okay. I forgot there's more than one button on the Lynx. The coin toss. Oh, cool, Dominic. Yeah, I never heard of that, man. I don't think. Oh, dude, I never had the card to watch TV on the Game Gear, but that thing did eat batteries like big time. What are you doing? I can't even figure out how to serve this thing. I'm hitting all the buttons, like literally. It's making a noise when I hold that one in. Okay, well, no. I can't figure that one out, guys. This one here, Scrapyard Dog, was one of the selling games for the Lynx. This is one I remember reading in Game Pro and Electronic Gaming Monthly. This was supposed to be one of the best games on the system. 1991, the same year that we got Super Mario World. Keep that in mind as we compare Scrapyard Dog. I believe this is a platformer. While the Lynx version of Scrap Your Dog arrived a year after the 7800 edition, it featured a bright colored palette, many secret areas, and a high challenge that players found rewarding. It's often cited as the best platformer on the Lynx. Well, I mean, is that a huge award? I don't know. It is. Oh no, my dog. That's so sad. I got the dog. Find us if you want to see him again. What writing? And that's Mr. Big. The bad guy's name is Mr. Big. So 90s. Well, I can throw more cans already, which is great. It's like, what's the game when Yoshi's made of yarn? That's what all these kind of remind me of. Woolly World, is that what it's called? The graphics are really bright and colorful. The characters are pretty big. Which, if you remember playing a lot of the Game Boy stuff, the characters weren't that big. This is pretty cool. This is definitely better than the last version of this game we played. This reminds me of JJ and Jeff for the TurboGrafx. Kind of plays like it too. I was looking up TurboGrafx stuff, and I found on eBay the TurboGrafx Mini that squeaked out in 2020. It had a ton of shipping delays because of the pandemic. Understandable. But it did come out, man, and there's some PC Engine games on there and TurboGrafx. So if you remember the Nintendo Mini, the Genesis Mini, the PlayStation Mini is the same kind of thing, but for Turbo. But I don't know if they just didn't make a lot of these things, but I didn't find one that was under $500 Canadian. I was thinking about it, man, but like that's a lot of money. But the TurboGrafx games are incredible, and Konami put it out too, which is kind of crazy, right? The projectile you have in this game is really strange. Well, it's pretty powerful. The bird's gonna beat me again. Not this time. Can I get on the bike? Oh, you can duck. Bonus. Look at this dog with a gun. So the dogs are just capturing other dogs, or is Mr. Big a dog? Beat the level. What's the best game on the TurboGrafx? What would you guys say? Man, we're really going old school with this one. Ninja Spirit was up there. Splatterhouse, the port of Splatterhouse they had was amazing, especially because that's the only place you could play it, other than the arcade. Bonk's Adventure, of course, the unofficial mascot of Turbo. And I loved Keith... Oh, I can't step on that. I loved Keith Courage and Alpha Zones that was a pack-in for this system, the early pack-in. That game was great. It was like... I actually played a lot like this, too. There was an overworld part where you weren't in the mech. It was really two games mashed together, right? And then when you were in the mech, it was this fast-paced, like, beat-em-up kind of thing. I guess more hack and slash. Oh, cool, Jeff. That's really cool. I'm glad Konami's starting to do games again. Oh, boy. The first Mass Effect game came out 15 years ago. Oh, my goodness. Dude, where is time gone? Okay. We've played this one long enough. This is pretty good, though. It kept me going. Scrapyard Dog lives up to the name. Again, I remember people talking about if you had a Lynx, you had to get Scrapyard Dog. I would say that's a pretty good game. Super Asteroids and Super Missile Command. I mean, you really get every single version of Missile Command and Asteroids that ever came out. I mean, if you want to have Missile Command on the go in the 90s, sure. Is it just me? Like, I've never liked this game. I'm not good at it. I never liked Missile Command. Very strategic. I suck at it. It's just boring to me. Asteroids, I like. Missile Command, not so much. This is a decent port of it. Bonk was amazing. Later on, do you remember Air Zonk, which was like a shooter? It was like a cyberpunk version of Bonk, but you flew. Really cool take on Bonk's adventure. Bonk's Revenge was great. The sprites were so big, the characters were huge, they're colorful. The Turbo was a really, really great system. Yeah, I still have mine. I haven't hooked it up for quite a long time. I would like to get a collection, but I don't think there is one other than that Turbo Mini. Turbo Sub, a submarine shooter with an alien invasion twist. Turbo Sub was based on an arcade game of the same name by Entertainment Sciences, which only released 2 games before going out of business. Oops. This Lynx version followed 6 years after the arcade original. Okay. I don't know this game. I'm not familiar with it either. Here's one for you. Best console of the 90s that was not made by Nintendo or Sega. Look at this. This one's kind of cool. Dead. Shooter here. God. Where am I underwater now? What's going on? Oh, you can dive underwater? Oh, that's cool. That's pretty sweet. Then I pull up. I like that. This reminds me of old first-gen Genesis stuff like Space Harrier 2. My favorite console of the 90s was the 3DO, which I've said many, many times. I loved the system. It was weird, obscure, some just strange titles on it. And I never had a CD-ROM for my PC. So, I mean, it was the closest thing. That's, again, the first time I played Alone in the Dark was on that, and I just fell in love with it. I remember they had a demo unit. Oh, not this game again. I don't want to play this game again. What is this? Oh, is this the 49er one on Lynx? Oh, I don't like this game. They had a demo 3DO at Microplay, and yeah, I don't like this game at all. Bounty Bob, you can suck it. And I played Alone in the Dark on there, and I just fell in love with the system. Caverns of Mars, 1981. Okay, what is this stuff here? Oh, we're into a computer. The Atari 800. Okay, these are computer games. That's why it was so bad, graphically. Food Fight, we've done that. We've done that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 1995. You had, of course, the Super Nintendo, you had the Genesis, but did you know there were other systems too, like the Atari Jaguar? Do the math. 64 bits, not even close. So with the craze and popularity of Mario Kart, Atari tried to release their own kart game. There's only one problem. To my knowledge, they don't have any really super memorable characters, or at least that they utilized for this. I haven't watched Tales of the Jedi yet. Is it good? Panasonic 3DO was a great system. Piggy bank controller. Yeah, the daisy chain idea was pretty cool because you could just keep it going. But there were some really decent ports. Doom was okay on it. They also had Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which was a really, really nice port of that game. Here we go, Atari Karts. Mascot-based go-kart racing games proved particularly popular in the mid-90s. That's what I just said. Atari's foray into the genre featured Bentley Bear, star of the 1983 action game Crystal Castles. Okay, hey, I stand corrected. Bentley Bear is one of the greatest. I didn't know. I'm sorry. Atari Karts. Here is our first Jaguar game, my friends. Can we do the math? Is 64 bits better than 16 bits? Well, we're going to find out. We're definitely beginners. At least I am. Okay, guys. Choose my racer. Is that Regis? Scully? Pulpito? Ms. Tress? Bentley Bear? Volky? How do you say that? Pain's Toy Samples. Good morning, my friend. How are you? Thanks for watching. You tuned in just in time for the Jaguar segment of this stream. Lucky you. Pick my character, guys. If not, I'll be forced to pick Atari's greatest mascot of all time, Bentley Bear. Music's picking up here. We're getting good. What you hear there, my friends, is 64-bit power. Okay, we're going to go Bentley Bear. So it's literally Mario Kart graphics. So keep in mind, again, I'm not slamming the Jaguar because I love it. Why? I can't answer that. I just do. But this is no better than Super Mario Kart, which came out on the Super Nintendo. Is there any power-ups? Oh god, what is that? Marvel at the speed and graphics of Atari Karts on the Jaguar, my friends. Bow down to its greatness. With the 0 power-ups I'm getting, unless I have to hit a button. The track design is absolutely horrible. Like, this is the first track. This reminds me of a game that's not finished. You can't cut corners. You get so punished if you go off the tracks. Wow, invisible walls. Yeah, this is no Mario Kart. What place am I in? Lap 5 of 5. Does it say what place I'm in? Oh man, this is brutal. Look at, I'm stuck. Maybe Bentley Bear just, his controls suck. Jeff, are you talking about the graphics in this particular game? there's just no lore to any of these levels. I mean, Atari wanted the success of Mario Kart. I mean, is this based on a level that you guys know of any Atari game? Because I don't know that it is. It's just a generic snow level. Oh, wow. Look at this. This is awful. I'm literally stuck. I'm stuck on the wall. Okay, well, because it is Jag, I'm going to reset it. We're going to try that again. I got stuck on the wall there. This game brings you back to microplay? Speaking of that, wouldn't it be great if they brought out 2 compilations? One I want to see is a 3DO compilation, and 2, a CDI compilation. Wouldn't that be great? Let's try Scully. He looks kind of cool. Do the Tempest Cup. There you go. There's a Atari name drop for you. Again, these levels are just generic. Like, I'm on a beach now with the city. I mean, the graphics are okay. This is not 64-bit by any means. The tracks are so tiny. Oh, maybe Scully's my guy. I'm dominating the dojo. I keep getting this, it looks like a tire or a steering wheel for a power-up. But I'm not sure how to use it. Again, if you guys remember the Jag, it had that telephone keypad thing. Remember? There's like 50,000 buttons on it, and you put the overlays over the buttons. I seem to be complaining a lot about the Jaguar, and I love it. It's just weird. I don't know. It's the mid-90s were such an interesting time in gaming. Am I stuck again? Almost. Oh my goodness, that guy just rammed me. Where are the power-ups? Where's the fun? Turn down to suck. Turn up the fun. I think I'm doing good. Don't know. Turn down to suck. Come on. Do the math. Do the math. Finished. Did I do good? Did I? Jeff, I want to show you something. Hang on. I want to show you guys a couple of my gaming treasures here since Jeff brought up the CDI. So here's one. I don't know how. Let me blow up. Hang on. Blow up the screen here. Okay, that's better. So number 1, this bad boy. I picked this guy up. My buddy Will, I think, helped me get this one. This is Wanda Gamelon, a notoriously terrible game, but this is for the Philips CDI. And this is one I most definitely want to stream in the future. But this is one of my prized possessions in my game collection. It's extremely rare. There's 3 games on the CDI for Legend of Zelda. Here's the second one. Link the Faces of Evil. And a prime example of why Nintendo does not license out their games, or their IPs and characters to anybody, for the most part, because you get stuff like this. I just wanted to show you guys a couple of those because Jeff is bringing up CDI. Big fan of the CDI. I'll be back. There we go. Okay, so I get a results screen here. Player 1. So I got first there. Did I do good? I think I did good. On to the next race. Yeah, I agree with you, Payne. There was a ton of companies bringing out systems. I think that's why 90s gaming in particular is my favorite era for video game history. You know, a lot of this stuff was bad. I mean, let's face it, as much as I love 3DO, like, you know, most of the games are not that great, but I will say this. Not having a PC CD-ROM at all, it was kind of my gateway into those horrible, you know, full motion video games that are now so charming. But I loved it because it was different. You know, you knew what you were getting with Nintendo and Sega. Super, super quality, right? But you weren't getting anything necessarily adult or any like risque stuff. And you really got that on 3DO. You really got that on CDI. And I just loved that. Plus, I loved the fact that there was just so many consoles. I mean, you had generations of stuff lapping over each other. I mean, you always get that. But in the 90s in particular, Sega had the Genesis with the 32X attachment, which gave you 32X CDs. Okay, and we're talking 94, 95. And then you had the Saturn that came out in 1995. Okay. And so you had Genesis plus 32X to buy for, and then the Saturn stuff. So they really catered to everyone, because not every mom and dad could just run out and buy the latest and greatest game system for their kids, you know. So Sega was really great with that. Plus you had the Game Gear. And then later on you had the Sega Nomad, which was allowed you to play Genesis games portable. Did I do good there? I got second. But, you know, a lot of books have been written about that time, and they said there was too much hardware, too fast, and that was one reason why, you know, Sega went down too. But, you know, my personal opinion, whether this is fact or not, I don't know, but I think the Dreamcast was the last system simply because when Sony and Microsoft entered the gaming market, particularly Microsoft in 2001, that was it. You can't compete with Microsoft, and you can't compete with Sony. They have unlimited resources they can pull from. And Sega just got stomped. The Dreamcast was an amazing system with some really great features. This game plays like an old man getting into a bathtub. Or getting out of a bathtub. Whatever that means. That's what this reminds me of. It's slow and clunky and ridiculous. Like, I'm stuck. Can you reverse? Oh. Oh. Okay. I think I've about had enough of Atari carts. Screw that game. Blech. Now, I know Alien vs. Predator is not going to be on here. I wish. That was one of the best games on the system and a selling point. Club Drive. Any racing fans out there? You've never seen a racing game quite like this one. 1994. A semi-open world driving game. Club Drive lets players cruise down Highway 64 and embark on a 3D racing adventure right out of the 21st century. One of the first titles announced for Jaguar, Club Drive was developed by Atari's internal team, so it's no surprise you could drive up to Atari's offices in the game's virtual San Francisco area. Excuse me. Very cool. Oh, Jeff, you like the Jag poster? Yeah. That's an original from my Jaguar. I had it framed. Sorry, I framed it. It's a piece of fine art to me, after all. Yeah, I got a bunch of those inserts from Genesis, from TurboGrafx. I found a cool like old Sega Genesis one the other day too. Oh. Oh no. Is this a bedroom I'm in? Is this someone's bed? There's a bookshelf. What am I looking at here? What's with these games and you getting stuck? There we go. What is that picture up there? All right, let's burn out. Oh, oh, okay. All right. Okay, okay, stop. Holy cow. There's Pong on the TV. Is that Love Roller Coaster? Did I hear? This would have been the same year that I think Chili Peppers covered it. I better not get a friggin' strike on my channel because of this song. Like, you really can't see anything. There we go. What picture is that outside or is that supposed to be a photo? Okay. Yeah, this is like Micro Machines, isn't it? To your comment there, Pains, I agree with you. I really like guys like Trip Hawkins. He was one of the big players for Electronic Arts, but he spearheaded the 3DO. That was his baby. Him doing that and coming out with technology like that reminded me of Bushnell in the 70s. He just reminded me of that same charismatic leader. I don't know. Again, living through that time was something special. Okay, let's go in this room. I don't think you can reverse. Yeah, well, I like old Chili Peppers. I'm gonna restart this. Anything past Blood Sugar Sex Magic from '91, I don't really like. Collect the Powerballs. Oh, so I can't even like start playing until I get out of this room. I thought I collected them. I don't see any Powerballs. Powerballs. Atari carts might be fun with 2 players, but just the controls are so bad. The controls in this are terrible. Okay, that's enough. Now these games were games that were supposed to actually take on Nintendo and Sega. One of the reasons I think this system is one of my favorites is just for like what we're witnessing. It's crazy. It's like that some of this stuff is so bad. And the amount of money they were charging for these games. Look at this Star Fox ripoff. What's the best album, Roland? Always loved Mother's Milk and Blood Sugar, I think, are my 2 favorites. I'm scared of this one. This is like, 100% Star Fox ripoff. Let's go to this planet. Autobahn. Yeah, like a few of the last couple singles that Chili Peppers put out, it just doesn't do it for me. Music is all, what you get out of it. And just for me. Oh, no, not this one. I remember Angry Video Game Nerd did this one. How do you move forward? Good luck. Okay. Okay. Stop. Slow down. Yeah, this ain't Star Fox, boys. You can just reverse in your plane. Yeah, where did you learn to fly? You want me to hit the wall? Hang on. I thought I was stuck in the polygon there. This game controls like a car with no tires. Oh, wait. Okay, I found an enemy. Hang on. Yeah, eat it. No sound what? There's no sound here? Oh, like there's no music or anything? Or what do you mean by that? I mean, it's... I can't even say it's not bad. It's bad. The controls, again, I remember that being a huge problem with Jag stuff, was the controls were just so bad. Oh, the game sounds working. So I'm not too sure why you're not hearing it. Everyone else hear the game sound? All right, buddy, you're back. What's for dinner? You're just in time for... I can't remember. Is it Cybermorph? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Okay, so from this screen here, can you hear the ambient music? And have you been able to hear game sound so far? That's weird why the sound just cuts out like that. Okay, let me take a short break and I'll try and fix this. Be right back, guys. How's that? Can you guys hear the sound better now? And spaghetti sounds delicious, by the way. Can you hear the ambiance? That's strange. I don't know why that is. Yeah, I really don't want to restart the stream, but it seems I might have to do that. This is the problem it was giving me yesterday. Only all my overlays were gone. Okay, well, hopefully you guys stick with me. I'm going to have to stop the stream and restart it here real quick. Because you gotta have sound for these games, especially. Okay, hold tight, guys. I'll be up again in like 2 minutes.